All right, welcome back, everyone. We have this simple strategy that has worked 2 days in a row now. We're up 750 on this stock. You can skip over to the live trading in the top of the link of the description. It is on a 3-minute chart in TradingView. Basically, the strategy is after the first 3 minutes, whatever direction it was going in, you go in the opposite direction. The market opens at 9:30. At 9:33, after the first 3-minute bar closes, buy in the opposite direction. So if the first 3-minute bar is green, then we're going short, which is what we did yesterday. Our entry point was right here. And then once we're up 3%, then we sell half and we set a stop loss to where we bought at. And then for the second half of the position, I just close my charts, and half an hour before market closes, then I sell my entire position. So again, the stop loss is set at 2%. And the profit was selling half at 3%, setting a stop loss where we entered the position. And then half an hour before the market closes, we're selling everything. So yesterday you could see it went up over here to about 5%, and then we got stopped out where we bought at. And then the day before that, first 3-minute bar closed red, so we went long, and we entered here. It went all the way up to 3%. We sold half and then got stopped out again. So this is another example. First bar is red, then we're going long. It goes up to 3% and then stopped out where we bought at. Every time that happens, that's a 1.5% gain. But then over here, you can see why we're holding some, because first bar is red, and then over here we're going long. So we're selling half at 3%, and then we're holding the rest until the end of the day, which would be 11% gain. So these are supposed to be percentages, not dollar signs. I'll be changing that soon. But that would have been a 7.5% day. So for this strategy, these are the back tests. You can see this is when the stop loss hit. I did 2.2% just to account for the spread or any mistakes that I make. So the back tests are a little more accurate, but the month total so far, it's only been like a week and a half, is 10.6%. And then February was a pretty amazing month because we had some big wins. This stock, it's an AI stock and it's hot, so it's like shooting up like crazy. We're catching some of those moves, and sometimes we're catching them on the downside as well, because as much as it shoots up, it very quickly reverses and shoots down. So you can see our stop loss hit, I'd say, about half the time this month, but still we were up 31%. We got our broker linked right here. We're trading directly on TradingView. We got some open swing positions over here. If you go down here, this is where you set your projections. So I'm going to set one for a long position and set that to 3% over there. And for the stop loss, 2%. And I'll do the same for a short position. Our position size is 30K. That's around 4,100 units. And the stop loss, we're risking $650. So about a 0.8% risk of my entire account balance. Another thing to note is that NVDA has some stake in this company, and usually whatever it's doing, SoundHound is also doing. Yesterday it had a great day. Overnight, down just 1%, a little bit. I think likely scenario is that it shoots right back up. You can see SoundHound, same thing, went up all day. Went up sharply in pre-market and then down now. It looks like a setup for it to go back up, but we're not trying to predict anything. We're simply just following the plan. Okay, the market just opened here. I'm looking at the spreads over here. They're looking fine. If it's just 1 decimal point or 2 decimal points, then that's fine for doing market orders. This strategy only works with market orders. So far we have a red bar, meaning if it closes red, then we're going to be going long. Okay, we got 1 more minute to go here. You can see it's at this major resistance point right here of the pre-market low. Okay, we just bought, going long here. We almost reached our sell point over here by 0.4%, but it didn't quite hit. Now we're back all the way down where we bought at. Okay, it was at Sold a little bit early there. It was at this clear resistance, so just kind of playing it safe. Looks like it just broke that resistance, but we're going to set a stop loss here where we bought it. This is a risk-free trade. This is where I let it go now for the rest of the day. Usually what happens is you get stopped out right away, but we have a lot of potential here. Just this pre-market range right here, that's 8% gain. We want to basically just let it go, and we're trying to catch one of these big wins. So this was super nerve-wracking in the morning. We had the big red bar, so we went in at exactly where we were supposed to, following the plan, going long after the first bar is red. And then it went all the way up to just short of our sell target. And then it went all the way back down to and almost hit our stop loss over here, and then shot back up, which is why then I kind of sold a little bit early once it hit that resistance near the high of the day. All right, just an update. We're half an hour now after the market's opened. Looks like we shot up a considerable amount after our first profit taking over here. We're going to let this go for the rest of the day, like I said. Still up about $600 on it. These are my 3 swing trades. I'll do a quick update on that. So basically the strategy here is we're on a 1-day chart, and we got the default settings of the super trend indicator. You can add that by clicking indicators right here. And we're simply just going in on the buy and the sell signal. Every candle represents 1 day over here. Then the next day we're going in long. And we got a sell signal over here. So we are now shorting. Currently we're down on it about 3%. If it crosses this red line here, then that's going to switch to a buy signal, in which case we'll take a loss and then go long. With Marvel, same thing. We got the sell signal, and so we're currently going short, and we're up about 3.4%. And with CCL, with Carnival Cruises, we got a buy signal over here, and so we're going long on it, and we're currently up about 3.9% on that. So we will check back in at the end of the day and let you know how we did with SoundHound. Okay, just a quick update for the 3rd day in a row now. Just got stopped out at where we bought at. So that was another 1.5% win right there, but we sold a little bit early. So it was about a $350 win right there. For the back tests, we did 1.5% today. And of course, we'll do the same thing tomorrow because this strategy is definitely working out nicely. So we will see you then. Okay, it is the next day now. The market is about to open. The last 2 days, actually 3 days, we've entered, sold half at a profit, and then got stopped out where we bought at. But it went up to a 5% gain right there. Because this now happened 3 days in a row, we're going to start selling a quarter of our position when we reach the resistance near 5%. So over here, we were shorting. This reached 5% on this level right here. And you can see over here, that was a resistance. So from now on, we're going to be taking more profits as we go. So added that to the strategy right here. But other than that, everything is the same. So yesterday, okay, this is crazy. After we sold half at a profit here, and then we got stopped out right here. You can see we just barely got stopped out where we bought at. Then it rallied like crazy and it went up. So we would have exited the position half an hour before the market closes on this level right here, which would have been about an 18% gain for half of our position. So that would have been a huge win. I actually back tested what would happen if I don't set my stop loss to where I bought at and instead kept it where it is. And it tested pretty much break even. But basically what you would have in that situation is a lot more losses and then bigger wins. So I think psychologically I like keeping it this way where I'm setting a stop loss where I bought it. So that way I can see, it's green 50% of the time. So that's much better psychologically. All right, the market just opened. Spread is looking 2 or 1 decimal point, which is fine. Currently the candle is red, so we're getting ready with a buy order over here. This candle closes red, we're going to be going long. This thing is moving way faster than usual today. Just this candle right here is 6% down. So what I'm doing is I'm watching this clock right here. When it hits 9:33, then that's when we're going to be entering our position. It looks like we're going to be going long, most likely. Okay, we're in going long. Okay, we sold half of our position and we set a stop loss where we bought at. So now this is the fourth day in a row we've able to lock in a profitable trade. And let's see if we finally have a day where the stop loss doesn't hit where we bought at. Okay, we just sold another quarter of our position. This is what we just added to the plan over here. And we sold at 5% profit. Just an update on my swings. These are my 3 swing trades right here. We got the sell signal, we went short. We're down currently 6%, and you see this buy signal. So yesterday actually closed with a buy signal, so that's our indication to get out of this trade and switch sides, go long. That is what we just did. So we just exited that losing position there. Let me mark that. So I'm actually going to buy a smaller amount of it, go in with about 3,300. Okay, so we just bought it there. Looks like we're still shooting up like crazy. We're up $1,000 here, almost 10% on sound. So we're not going to sell anything more, and we're going to check back at the end of the day. Just an update. We just got stopped out where we bought at, right over there. And I'm very happy that I set that stop loss because now it's shooting down pretty rapidly. I'm also happy we changed the strategy. We sold a little bit over here on this level as well. I am going to do some more back tests to see if it would have been worth it to basically just sell half at 3% and then sell the entire position at 6%. So I'll let you know how that works out. Today, that was about a $600 profit with a 30K position. That comes out to around a 2% gain on the day. We made $1,555 on this stock. In the last 2 days, we made $887, and then 2 days before that, we made $668. So 4 green days, I'm going to continue this strategy, but I'm going to continue to do it very carefully because as you can see, this stock is pretty crazy. After we got stopped out where we bought at, from that point, it dropped 18% in about 10-15 minutes right there. So it's really important trading stocks like this to have a proper risk management. Always backtest your strategy and then follow the rules. Don't just, if you have a losing day, don't get back in. I've done that several times. Trust me, it does not work out. And we'll see you again to do this tomorrow. Please like, subscribe, and hit me up on the comments. Let me know what you think about this strategy.